Welcome to HandyDadTV. I'm Chris Hyder, and today we're going to talk about garbage disposals. Yeah, I know, a really exciting topic, right? This video is made possible by Wikibuy. Wikibuy is a free Chrome plugin that automatically tells you if you're getting the best prices when you shop at hundreds of online stores, including Amazon.com. Amazon isn't always the low-price leader that it once was, so install Wikibuy today and make sure you're always getting the best prices. Just go to HandyDad.TV/WB or click here to get this free Chrome plugin. That's right, I said free. Thank you, Wikibuy. Today we are going to replace my garbage disposal. It's in the sink over there. It's about 17 years old. When we redid the kitchen, we installed it. It's a very deep sink and there's not a whole lot of room under the sink. So I bought a new one, and the key word on this one is compact. That should allow us to have more room underneath the sink for cleaning supplies and other things that we keep under there. It's typical, right? Now, the old one still works, but it doesn't work well. It just running water and stuff in it causes it to clog up, and you have to run it like 3 or 4 times when you're doing the dishes. Now, maybe that's normal, but it wasn't normal for us when we first got it, and it's slowly been degrading. I know one of the things that definitely affects it is we use these scrubby sponges, and you may use those too, and after a while, the scrubber parts start to fall apart, and where do they go? Down the drain, and they probably clog it up. That, oily things, you name it, everything probably clogs up the garbage disposal. So it's time for us to replace it. So let's get to that. All right, let's talk about some of the parts here. This is the connection, the drain coming from the dishwasher, which is over in that direction. And this is the main drain where the water goes out. And that has a trap here that then goes into that other pipe. And that's pretty much it, other than electricity down the bottom, which I don't think you can see the yellow wire there. Yeah, just about. That yellow wire is the electricity that goes to the switch. And it's an on-off switch, and it is off right now, so I don't need to worry about getting electrocuted. And then this unhooks. Once we get these connectors, I'll just twist it to get it off the top. Okay, with the trap loosened, the water comes out. And luckily, it's only on by hand. Alright, I got the P-trap off, which is what holds the water and prevents the sewer gases from backing up into the sink so you can't smell them. Now, it's definitely dirty in there, but it's not clogged in any way. So, that's a good sign. Well, you can tell there's something in there because there's a lot of grinding going on. So I just want to make sure that I was getting any excess water out of it. And now I'm going to attempt to drop it without dropping it. Sorry about my back, but here I'm loosening the locking ring using the tool included with the new disposal. These locking rings should be standard on all brands of disposals in the US. Okay. That wasn't too bad. It's down, and now I have to take out the electric wire. Okay, before pulling the wires through, I want to make sure that it was wired correctly. Even though the switch is off, I want to make sure that it's truly switching the hot and not the white wire. If it was switching the white wire, I could get shocked. But it is installed correctly, and I'm good to go. Okay, the wire is out, and the old one is totally disconnected, and I can get it out of here because it really stinks. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the new one to the old one. The new one's on the left. That's supposed to be quote-unquote compact. Yeah, I don't see the difference. It might be maybe half an inch shorter. It's not all that compact. Okay, the electric is connected. Now let's see if we can get this thing up here. Ooh, baby, not easy to do. Try by getting this out of the way. Gotta be kidding me. That valve is sticking out kind of far. So one of the problems is this drain is not in the center of the sink, so it's pushed back and off center. So it's against this right now. That's not good.
1 hour later.
Although the box said this was a compact disposer, I don't know what they were thinking, because it's much wider than the old one. So this valve is sticking out too far. I can't get it directly underneath the drain, so I can't get the locking ring on correctly. So I have to push this valve back closer to the wall. So I ran out. Luckily I live in New Jersey, and you can swing a stick around here and hit a home center that's open until 9 o'clock. So for those of you that live in the middle of nowhere, and the best you've got is your local hardware store, I hope they're open at 5:30 on a Saturday night when you need them, like mine is. Anyway, this is a special valve. It is a compression valve, because I don't want to use a torch that close to the wall and to an installed cabinet. I don't really need a fire. So this goes, it gets tightened around the pipe. What I need to do is, I have the water off, I need to take off the hoses and cut the pipe. And this is, you know, some people like freak out. The whole house water is turned off. I'm going to cut into the pipe, which means nobody could use a toilet or anything like that while this is going on. But, you know, it's what you got to do. And hopefully this one will go right on and it won't be a problem.
Eventually.
Okay, the water's back on, and you can see how much closer that new valve is to the wall than the old one was. And I have about 1 inch of clearance. I tested it, and now the disposal will fit. I failed to show this on camera, but the dishwasher connection on a garbage disposal has a plastic plug inside it, because dishwashers are optional. If you have a dishwasher, you'll need to punch out that plug before connecting the dishwasher drain hose. I did that before I started this clip. This black elbow came with the new unit. It just gets installed with a spring clamp, which doesn't seem like it would be tight enough, but that's all it needs. It's a standard size, same as the old one, so I can reuse the same old P-trap. Wow, nice and quiet. No leaks. That's what we want to see, nice and dry. Nice and quiet. Now, I did get a new one of these, and if I was installing it in a new sink, I would put this in. It says Insinkerator. The old one says Kenmore, but it doesn't leak, and that would have been more work and not worth it. And in case we ever do replace this sink, I'll save the one that came with it. But I will use this new rubber, I don't even know what you want to call it. That's the thing that kind of catches food. And of course we have a stopper if we ever want to fill the sink. Now, I don't know what they were thinking when they labeled this as compact, because that thing is definitely not small. So I'm kind of feeling like I got ripped off here, because I could have gotten a cheaper one that didn't say compact. But I can only imagine how big they would have been. Well, anyway, it's done. And it works, and I'm glad it worked out. Be sure to punch that like. Be sure to punch that like. Be sure to punch that. Why am I having such a hard time with this? Hey, like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.